Hi everybody, and thanks for tuning in. This is an overview of my 6-year journey with diabetes and weight loss. In 2012 I was diagnosed with diabetes, and at the time I weighed in at 91.3 kilos or 205 pounds. I never considered myself as being obese nor a candidate for diabetes, but at the time I felt lethargic, suffered brain fog and was perpetually tired. For many years I was a vegetarian, but once diagnosed, I decided to change my diet to one that's generally considered more suitable for diabetics, so I changed to a high protein, low carb diet. As you can see in the graph, the diet had an impact, and over 4 months I went from 91.3 kilos or 205 pounds to 84.1 kilos or 185 pounds. I was happy with the weight loss, but still felt lethargic, suffered brain fog and was perpetually tired. I had my blood work done to see how I was going, and to my surprise, the diabetes was now under control. That was great, but the only problem was I was still suffering lethargy, brain fog, and I was perpetually tired and needing to constantly sleep. I thought that by getting my blood glucose under control, I'd feel better, but I was finding out that this was going to be a longer journey than I had initially thought. I continued with the diet, but slowly I started to put the weight back on, and 5 months later I was virtually back to where I started. Feeling very depressed about the weight gain and the lack of improvement in my physical, mental and emotional well-being, I had to make a change. I needed to feel motivated to exercise and to change my diet to something more sustainable. I was now 90.1 kilos or 199 pounds. I needed to do something, so I got my old 1990s mountain bike out, cleaned and serviced it, and explored other dietary options. I came across Duran Ryder, the infamous vegan cyclist, and while I found a lot of what he promoted is based on bad science, I did find him motivating and got onto the 30 bananas a day bandwagon. So over the next 12 months, with a combination of high carb, low fat diet and a lot of cycling, I managed to get my weight down to 76.2 kilos or 168 pounds. When I did my regular blood work, it came back perfect. I couldn't believe the results. Not only had I lost 15.1 kilos or 33-ish pounds, I was feeling energized, the brain fog was better, and I could hold a conversation and focus better. And I wasn't feeling the need to desperately sleep. Things were improving, but I was struggling to maintain my weight loss. No matter what I did, I couldn't shed any more weight. It bottomed out and then the weight crept back on. 11 months later, it climbed back to 92.7 kilos or 204 pounds. Physically and emotionally, I still felt better, but the weight issue had become an urgent problem. So I doubled down on the cycling and the diet, and even though I did lose some weight over the next 8 to 9 months, I just didn't get the same results. A serious bike crash coming down the side of a mountain resulted in me tearing all the tendons in my shoulder. This put an end to my riding. My recovery took 7 months, and as I couldn't cycle, I started to gain weight. During my recovery, I suffered from ketoacidosis. While this is very dangerous and I was admitted to hospital, the one thing that fascinated me was the weight loss, the amount of weight I could lose in a week, something like 800 grams or 1.6 pounds a week. After exiting the hospital, I started to gain weight, and since I couldn't ride or effectively exercise, I had to try something that wasn't reliant on exercise. While recovering, and because of the ketoacidosis, I read up on keto and finally decided to try it. What I like about keto is you can measure and monitor the ketogenic effect. It's not subjective, but objective. You can get hard data to show it in progress and working. I'll talk about this in other videos. On the keto diet, my weight plummeted. This was without exercise. I was truly amazed. In 5 months, I dropped below my 73 kilo or 161 pound goal weight down to 69 kilos or 152 pounds. That's a loss of 15 or 33-ish pounds in 5 months. I found it easy to maintain the weight and stop being precise in what I'm eating so I could experiment and explore with other foods that would add variety to my diet. It's been an interesting journey, and I've tried several diets that are proclaimed to reverse diabetes. They've all been moderately successful and all have had their pros and cons, but for me the keto diet has been by far the most successful diet of them all. In subsequent videos, I'll go into more detail about how I manage diabetes, the keto diet and more. See you in the next video. Bye.